Hey everybody, HMV here, playing more Factorio, and my Bluebuild's back, and there's gonna be trouble. It's only partially back. I can't, at the point of recording this, I could not delete things via Bluebuild, but Bluebuild is placing things, as you can see, very quickly, and I'm loving everything about it. Okay, let's get going here. I need belts. I got to go back and pick up belts, and I need to lay my power lines. I need to do everything. But the important thing is things are going to go a lot faster now because I can place things automatically. Also, it's nice to know that I can sneak a power line right in between my two stations and get power to them. I didn't specifically plan that out, but it's nice to know that it's possible. Now I just need to decide which one is iron and which one is copper, and it looks like I decided the bottom one is iron. And then get iron running to it, and then get copper running to the other one. Now copper is only going to get half of a line, so it's going to take a long time for copper to actually build up at the station here. But it's not that big of a deal. Right now, I don't care about throughput as much as I care about getting the logistics of the factory, of the train system up and running, so that I can get something going on it. Just kind of prove out that it works. So now I need to actually name the stations and set up the trains. And right now I'm just setting them up for the circuit condition, so that I can do the work involved in getting everything running. Yeah, I guess Bluebuild would have just placed those lines for me. So even if I didn't place those blueprints manually, they would have got placed automatically, which is nice. So I just let the train run on its own. And I just realized that I left a train sitting over there, so nothing was running through. Nothing was going into the coal factory, which are the iron ore deposit thing, if you know what I mean. And I think the coal train also wasn't running, so that's bad. But so I pick up more somethings. I don't even know what I picked up off there. Maybe more boxes or something. But I'm just checking making sure everything works here. Oh, I know what else. I decided that on the main line I'm going to have a coal drop off at every station. The idea here is that this will almost never get used, so it shouldn't block anything. But I want to be able to have a coal line set up for these stations, so that every place a train goes, it's going to be loaded with coal. That's so important. With trains, obviously, is that they constantly have coal input. And look at, there's already a train here coming to drop coal off, and it came automatically. I never told it to come to this station in particular. I just named this station coal drop off. And now I'm setting it so that the train will only come here when those boxes are completely empty, and it's going to just unload into one box, and then that one box is going to load up this line, and that's all we ever want the coal train to be dropping off here. Now, this is going to cause some problems in the future. You're going to notice that the train doesn't leave automatically, because the train's set to leave the coal station when it's empty, which will never happen here. So I do eventually make a change to the coal train. I'm not sure how long it is before I notice that it doesn't work. Also, when you copy train station, I think it's a shift or control or whatever, right click a train station and then paste it onto the other one. I was hoping it would just paste the values, but it also pastes the name, which is convenient, but I didn't expect it, and it caused some problems here coming up. You'll see it eventually that the stations, the copper train there that's leaving, it's going to get stuck because there's no more copper station, because I'm copying and pasting the iron station over the copper station. So here I'm setting up my filters for the arms. And you notice, I don't know if you can tell it running at high speed like this, but you don't have to click on each box or each arm. You just right click the one arm to copy, and then you left click and then walk, and everything you touch as you walk over it automatically gets set up. And here I'm testing the throughput of the lines to see how much the plates, or whatever they're called, the circuits, get set up on a line. And what it looks like two of my factories will fill up half a line. So I set up 4 total of these little blueprint setups. And God, I love how the Bluebuild just places them down. I missed that. And then instead of balancing them at the end, I decided to balance them in the middle here. That way we almost get a full belt of the plates coming down from those factories. That's just nice to have the throughput of a full plate. Obviously, once it gets to the factory, or once it gets to this train station, it splits it up and everything. But no big deal. So here I'm setting up the circuits again. Basically, I'm setting up the same thing that I set up for the other ones. And one problem is different items have different amounts, so I might need to go back through and look at these, because like coal and the ores, the stacks are half the size of the stacks of plates, so I might have those numbers wrong. I also might have put them together right. I remember remembering it, but I just don't remember if I did it while working on the thing. But where am I here? Yeah, so I'm wandering around here to see what's going on, and I'm getting scared again because this station is full. So I'm wondering, why isn't it enabled? And then I find out it is enabled, but the coal train isn't coming to it. And I'm like, why isn't the coal train coming to it when it's enabled? And that's this is where I'm having the trouble, and I'm trying to figure out the actual reason, which is that the coal train is sitting at that drop-off station waiting for itself to become empty. It hasn't met its personal condition yet at that station. And I think here is where I come to that realization. I'm like, why are you sitting here doing nothing? This station, it's sending its thing to the train, like that matters. And then here's where I realize, oh wait, empty cargo inventory, or and maybe I don't realize it here. I do realize it eventually. Yeah, I'm changing the values here. Yeah, I'm like I'm just putting fake numbers in that to make sure it's true, and it's basically driving me nuts here. I don't understand why the train's not leaving. Looking at it in hindsight, it's actually quite embarrassing that I don't realize what the problem is. And if anybody knows how to send circuit counts to the train to tell it what's true and what's not, I'd be curious about that too. Like how does what does a circuit less than 1,000? There's where I do the inactivity. So yeah, we're good now, and it'll run forever now, and it'll stop at any station, and it'll leave any station early if that station is full, which is nice. So and now the train's sitting here, and it's waiting for a station to go to, because there's no stations that are available to drop off. But that's fine. It can sit at the coal station forever. If there's no stations to drop off, then it's not wasting any time and space sitting there at the coal drop-off location. So here I'm checking the circuits for these things, and obviously it's taking a very long time to fill these up because there's just one line coming down. I need to up my plate throughput, so I decide to run a second line, and I start off by running it south of the station here, and I pick up more belts and I run them all the way down, and then I get all the way here, and I'm like, you know what, I changed my mind. I would much rather run this north. So I go now and I delete everything from the bottom, which is amusing, even more amusing later, which you'll see. Spoiler alert, I place almost that exact same line again. So I don't know exactly the reason why I wanted to run it from up here, mostly probably just because the other one was up here. So I figure, why not keep them together? So I take this line that's just sitting there, not doing anything from the steel, and I run it down, snaking it through here, spaghetti style. Just to get more throughput. Now, obviously, that's not going to double our throughput because that line was sitting idle. And here's where the coal train, no, the copper train is now sitting at the iron station, and I realize that they're both named pickup iron because it copies it. So now I have to get in here and back this train up, and there it is, and then manually run it up here, and now say pick up coal or pick up copper, and then drop off copper. And yeah, the copper station also got it changed, so that I don't have a pickup copper anymore. I need to rename this drop off copper, and now I can make it go to pickup copper and then go to drop off copper. But there's the drop off copper and the pickup copper station are both disabled. The pickup copper shouldn't have been disabled, so, and I realized I had the greater than less than sign wrong, so that's a problem, but it's not a big problem. It's taken care of now, so we're fine as far as that's concerned. Then let's see. Now I'm walking through the trees here. Yeah, making sure I'm just checking all the numbers here to make sure everything's fine. But yeah, you notice that the throughput of the bottom line of the iron ore gets taken down a little bit because now the top line is moving. So like that in and of itself didn't fix it, but now at least we have the double throughput. But now what I need to do is I need more smelting. I've got the iron ore coming in. I've got the belts going out. I just need to get more iron smelting. So let's clear off this area here so we can lay down some more smelters. I've got 4 lines of input, so ideally I will have 4 lines of output. That should be enough iron to get me going for the time being at least. So let's go ahead and place these down. I'm going to place 3 of them. I think I only placed 3 because of that stone patch, because I want to keep tapping that stone patch for stone, obviously. But ideally, I will eventually have a 4th iron thing, because I've got supposedly I have the throughput for it. I just need to get it placed. So yeah, I need tons more furnaces, so I set up a box there to feed into the furnace thing, when really what I should be doing is I should be running a belt to it, just so that it's automatically making all the time and I don't have to keep refeeding that box. But that's a nice temporary solution, I guess, to get things going. But I have nowhere near enough furnaces, and I'm emptying this thing out. And I already decide here, I'm like, no, let's just fix the problem right now so that we don't have to worry about it. Let's run this line over here, bring it down, give it a little left-hand turn at the end. Got to get rid of that box. There you go. And then left-hand turn at the end there so it doesn't feed stone onto that other line. And then now the stone that's coming through will go right to that line. Now the problem here is there's no stone coming in because I removed the miner up there. So after we place some of these things automatically here, I'm going to have to go up and replace the miners on this patch, and change my mind here on the way I laid it, because I realized if I do it correctly here, I can cover the whole patch with just 2 lines, and that's nice because it's nice and clean and easy. Something in the game might as well be clean and easy. Not that little left-hand turn there, that's for sure. But, but what are you gonna do? Then we snake our iron line. I just tucked it into that other line that was already there. I figured, why not? There's a decent reason why not that I can get into later, but for now, just suffice it to say, I've changed the way I run the iron out. Now we've got 3 input lines. We got 3 inputs. We got that 3x3 balancer, and then it goes to those 3 things. So that should be good for now, except for the fact that I need to finish off those blueprints. Obviously, I need to go up there and drop off more smelters, more furnaces, and more arms and things like that. And here's where I drop some of these. And also I'm laying the power poles to get the mining going. And now we've got stone coming. So so that should be good for quite a while, actually. Let's see. Yeah, you notice that there's no power on the right-hand side. I somehow got my blueprint set up so that all the power poles on the left-hand side were those lighted power poles, and all the power poles on the right-hand side were not. And you even see that the lights are still in the blueprint. So I fixed that in the future, so my blueprint's fine. The next time I lay furnaces down, you'll see that it's fine. And then I just need to get these lines running. I need a 3rd line, and here's where I decide to run this last line down under the bottom, like where I was originally planning on going. And the reason I'm doing this is because we're nearing the point where we're going to be done with the minibus, and it's going to be around for a while, but it's on its way out. Like, I'm not adding anything to the minibus unless it's super simple and I just need it really quick. But we are going to need to expand our power, and the power is a little bit limited by where the furnaces are. So I'm going to need to run the power south from the coal line. And so like my goal here is like right where I'm smelting steel and things like that. That's all going to get cleared out, and I'm going to have steam engines there, creating power for myself. So here's where I start fiddling with my lines here. I want to make sure that all 3 of these lines are full of iron. That's the goal. And if they're not full, they're at least not like one that isn't full. Isn't sitting there not full while there's another one that's backed up. That's my main goal, is to not have anything be backed up. So this basically does it. If you see here, all the lines are running presumably at full speed, and this iron station here, the drop off iron You see there, I just reversed the condition there so it would go there even though it doesn't need to, and it doesn't need to because those the bottleneck here isn't iron, it's copper. And the reason copper's the bottleneck is because I've only got 1/6 now of the copper throughput of my iron throughput, maybe even less. I've got half of a line here coming down and getting put into this thing, whereas I've got 3 lines of iron coming in. It's just not enough copper. It's something that needs to be fixed with more throughput. We need more copper ore being mined, and I need more furnaces turning copper ore into copper plates, and I need more belts, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just the way it works. So I let this come through, and then I think I just decide to go. Yeah, I say just go to it because I just want to make sure that the train's running correctly, and the stuff unloads and everything, and it is, and it's running fine, and we're all good. So there's really nothing to worry about there. And then now finally I can set up the green circuit station. We have nowhere for the station to go, but obviously it will be sending green circuits to anybody who needs them, including my factory and my arm factory, and even the belt factory is going to need green circuits for the splitters. So the green circuit bus is going to be a little bit busy, even in the beginning. And I turn on blue science, but we have no way to make blue science right now. Blue science requires red circuits, which requires oil, which I haven't even thought about yet. Well, I'm thinking about it right now, but as of this point, I have so much to do that we're just going to let science sit here unable to run. We cleared out all the red science and all the red and green science. Now the only thing left is stuff that has blue and the other, like the advanced sciences, like the military and things like that. So my science labs up there though are completely useless. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh, am I finally balancing my my coal output here? I need a 2 by 2, or no, I need all 4 of these lines. I want to make sure that we have tons of coal coming. No, I'm sorry, that's not what I'm doing here. Right now what I'm doing is I'm balancing the lines so that all 4 lines coming up are being balanced so that what's coming up from the station is coming out evenly, because it has to come out evenly, otherwise those boxes that are being unloaded into could end up being unbalanced, and then either the station will be almost empty and not requesting coal, or it could be too full to receive coal and actually request a train to come in. So that could be a problem. I don't know if this is the best way to fix that problem, but it's the way I fix the problem, so I'm just gonna go with it until it actually causes a problem. And apparently the coal train seems to be okay. It's coming up here to drop off after I rebalance the boxes a little bit. I'm just kind of laying the coal in my hand into boxes one after the other, just to kind of get it out of my hand, because I don't need coal, because I'm not hand crafting anything. So it is finally time now to start thinking about copper. I've got this copper patch that is over extended. It's like the miners aren't mining to their full capacity because I don't have enough smelters, but I don't really have the room for those smelters. I need to set up a spot to do some copper smelting, and I decide to do it over here where these trees are, and that means, of course, more clear cutting via grenade, my favorite clear cutting technique in all of human history. If only real grenades worked this way, wouldn't that be amazing? So I clear away most of the trees, and then I'm going to lay down, I think I end up laying down 2 lines of smelters. This should be enough to get us going for the time being. You need more iron than copper in the early game, and so like copper is basically all it's good for is the circuits. So once you get enough copper to saturate your circuits, you're good. Then you need to work on iron for everything else, and then like right now all iron is doing is going to the circuits, but eventually when it starts making gears and other things, that it's going to be more used elsewhere. And the fact that the iron's sitting at the the electronic circuit factory is backed up is not just okay, it's actually good, because if it's backed up there, then iron can go elsewhere to make other things. Here I tried to use the upgrade planner to auto replace the things in the blueprint with other things, but it doesn't work. It doesn't actually work for ghosts, but you know, hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, so here's the challenge I have for myself next episode. I need to figure out how to run this copper that I'm maxing out the mine here so that it's just good. But I need to figure out how to run this copper around all that coal and get it over to where I'm going to be smelting copper for good. But that's next time. I hope you're looking forward to seeing me do that. I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm HMV and I will, as always, talk at you later.